Right now at noon, a search is underway in Rockford as police look for the man suspected of shooting a U.S. Marshal. And a senator from Arizona says she was sexually assaulted while in the Air Force, with what she's telling CBS this morning about why she's publicly coming forward now. Plus, more legal troubles for R. Kelly. The singer remains in jail this afternoon, this time for late child support payments.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. A search is underway in Rockford for a man accused of shooting a U.S. Marshal. Police are responding to an active shooter situation near the Extended Stay America. That's on North Bell School Road in Rockford. The suspect has been identified as 45-year-old Floyd Brown of Springfield, Illinois. That's about 3 hours south of Rockford. He's believed to be driving a light blue or silver Grand Marquis, a Mercury car. Police say Brown is at large. He was wanted on warrants, and officers believe he used a rifle. People are being asked to avoid the Bell School Road area. The condition of the marshal is unknown at this time. News 3 has a crew on the way to Rockford, and we will update you once we learn more. Let's head over now to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Dave Caulfield does a look at our first alert forecast. Things are looking up.
Yeah, not too bad. Temperatures are in the 30s as we head into tomorrow, but right now we are in the 20s with mostly cloudy skies. A little bit of snow to the south and west of us. There is a chance that later on tonight temperatures will dip into the teens, and also a chance that we get some light snow showers to come our way. Really not expecting any impacts from that, though. That will be when many of us are home for the evening, so no impacts to the road or anything like that. Madison on the WISC-TV Skycam looking at mostly cloudy skies, 17 degrees, and that's where the wind chill is right now with a pretty light wind out of the east-northeast. Some other temperatures, 21 in Mineral Point, 16 in Lone Rock, but with a pretty calm atmosphere right now, not too much in the way of wind chill to speak of. So at least that's some good news. Temperatures should reach the mid-20s under mostly cloudy skies this afternoon, and a few snowflakes not out of the question later tonight into tomorrow. Coming up in just a few minutes, we will talk about a possibly messy weekend system on the way. Still a little bit of uncertainty with that, but we'll go over all the scenarios in your first alert forecast. All
right, let's do that. Thank you, Dave. The man accused of hitting and killing Lake Mills fire captain on the Beltline on New Year's Eve is expected to make an initial appearance in court today. But 28-year-old Samuel Kremers no longer faces drunk driving charges. According to court documents, he's now charged with knowingly operating while suspended, causing death. That's a felony. Kremers was originally facing a tentative charge of homicide by intoxicated use, but his lawyer told News 3 Now he blew a 0.079 during a breathalyzer test, which is below Wisconsin's legal limit to drive. Fire Captain Christopher Truman was stopped along the Beltline near Monona Drive that night to help another driver. A hearing looking into sexual assaults in the military ended up with one survivor more than was originally planned. One of the senators on the panel. Arizona Senator Martha McSally stunned the room when she called herself a survivor. McSally was the first female fighter pilot to fly in combat. She opened up to CBS News this morning saying she wants to help others in similar situations. She is fighting to change how the military responds to sexual assault because, and in her words, she says she felt like the system raped her again when she came forward.
It isn't about me. I wanted to give the perspective of why I am advocating so strongly for women in the military and why I'm advocating that the command chain has to step up and do their job to rid us of sexual assault.
The Air Force has apologized, issuing a statement saying, "We are appalled and deeply sorry for what Senator McSally experienced, and we stand behind her and all victims of sexual assault. We are steadfast in our commitment to eliminate this reprehensible behavior and breach of trust in our ranks." R. Kelly's legal problems are growing. Just days before he posted bail for sexual abuse charges, a judge locked him up for failure to pay child support. Kelly talked about his money problems and other issues in an exclusive interview with CBS News. Kenneth Craig has more.
Anything you want, people. Singer R. Kelly remains in a Chicago jail today, and authorities say he'll stay there until he comes up with more than Singer R. Kelly remains in a Chicago jail today, and authorities say he'll stay there until he comes up with more than $161,000 in unpaid child support bills. Before his latest arrest, Kelly discussed his finances in an exclusive interview with CBS This Morning's Gayle King.
What is your financial situation, if you don't mind saying?
Here's the deal. So many people have been stealing my money. People was connected to my account. I went by myself for the first time to Bank of America. Didn't know what I was doing, didn't know what the hell was going on.
The day after the trip to the bank, Kelly was indicted on 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse. He says he was unable to access his bank account to make bail. Now he's dealing with a separate child support case.
How can I pay child support? How? If my ex-wife is destroying my name and I can't work, how can I work? How can I get paid? How can I take care of my kids? How?
Authorities say the sex charges against Kelly involve 4 alleged victims and that 3 were underage when the suspected crimes happened. Gayle King spoke exclusively with 2 women who currently live with Kelly. Joycelyn Savage is 23 and Azriel Clary is 21 years old. R. Kelly is 52.
Is it a three-way sexual relationship?
Sexually? Well, first of all, I'm not here to talk about my personal life.
Okay.
And I would never share with no one what I do in or outside of the bedroom. And as a woman, I'm sure you would not either.
Yes. No, I wouldn't, but
okay, then.
No, you're
next
right.
question.
No, you're right. I would not, but this is a very different circumstance.
It's not a different circumstance. There are people all over the world who have multiple girlfriends. It's no different.
The parents of both women claim Kelly has brainwashed their daughters.
What I saw on TV this morning about his way he acted when he got upset, I can only imagine what he does behind closed doors.
Clary says her parents are out for money.
When I first met Robert, my parents told me to lie about my age. So when I met him, he thought that I was 18. On top of that, when I was 17, my parents were actually making me, trying to get me to take photos with him, take sexual videos with him, all kinds of stuff.
Kelly has pleaded not guilty to the charges against him. During his interview with CBS News, Kelly repeatedly claimed everyone accusing him of physical and sexual abuse is lying. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, New York.
And there are reports that police in Detroit are looking into a new allegation that Kelly had sex with an underage girl there in 2001. Gayle King's R. Kelly interview will air in the CBS primetime special tomorrow night at 7 o'clock our time. First responders are working on a plan to get emergency vehicles back on Madison Island after an explosion leveled the island's only fire department and ambulance service. There were no injuries in the explosion just before 3 o'clock yesterday morning. That's because the ice road between Bayfield and Madison Island is open, so the firefighters who would have otherwise been sleeping there overnight after ferry services end was able to drive home and miss the blast. 7 fire trucks and 2 ambulances were lost in the fire. There's no word yet on what caused it. And once it does finally warm up around here, your family could be dealing with another concern, flooding. The state is asking everyone to take a close look at your flood insurance policy before it becomes a problem. FEMA predicted last month that Wisconsin's flood risk could be well above normal over the next couple of months. The Insurance Commission says even if you purchase flood insurance, it does not go into effect for 30 days. So now's the time to make sure you have the appropriate coverage. Most standard homeowner policies do not cover flooding or water seeping into the foundation. And just 1 inch of water can cause $25,000 of damage to your home. You can visit floodsmart.gov for more information. And it's a big week for Culver's. The restaurant opened its 700th location in Chandler, Arizona. In a tweet, co-founder Craig Culver's said that he never expected there would be this many Culver's restaurants in just 35 years of business. And there's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
If an egg roll wasn't rolled, would it still be an egg roll? The answer is coming up next, and it might just bowl you over. Might. Whenever I get Chinese takeout, no matter what I order, it seems like I always add an egg roll at the last minute. I mean, who doesn't love a good egg roll? So let me share with you a dish that we recently came up with that has everything we love about egg rolls without all the work. We start by sauteing some ground pork in a skillet, crumbling it as it cooks. While that finishes up, we mix together some soy sauce, garlic powder, a bit of ginger, and some black pepper. Once the pork is cooked, we add in a bag of coleslaw mix, some cut scallions, the soy sauce mixture, and our secret ingredient, Thai chili sauce. We'll let this cook for a few more minutes until the cabbage starts to soften up. Now, rather than rolling the mixture in egg roll skins and frying them, we simply serve it in a bowl, topped with some crispy fried noodles. Or, if we really want to go all out, how about pan frying some wonton skins to serve right along with it? There you have it, the taste and the crunch of egg rolls served up in a bowl for a novel twist. And whether you serve this as a hearty lunch or as a fun change of pace dinner, you can't miss. As always, the recipe for our egg roll in a bowl is online now. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a hen hao wei. That means very good in Chinese. Or, as we say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. Another cold day around these parts, but things will start to improve as we go along. Dave has our first alert forecast next at noon. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials down 159 points. The NASDAQ off 37, and the S&P 500 also down about 11 points. Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee out of the radio barn today, so here are your farm numbers. Time now for a look at the weather. Dave Caulfield standing by with better news than we've had lately.
Yeah, especially as we get into next week, Mark, there are some subtle signs of spring coming up, but I'm telling you, it doesn't get much better than the view this morning. The sunrise, absolutely gorgeous in 9 Springs Creek, Madison. I think we can all hope for the spring part of that creek as we head into the next couple of weeks. Kenton Fowler sends in this gorgeous shot. Thank you so much. And we don't have a lot of sun left over from this morning sunrise. Mostly cloudy skies because we do have snow nearby. I don't think a lot of this is going to affect southern Wisconsin. Right now, still off to the south and west, affecting spots like south of Waterloo, right on the Interstate 80 corridor across Iowa. But for southern Wisconsin, we are pretty quiet. There is a chance that we see a little bit of light snow later on tonight into early tomorrow morning, but really the impacts of that are going to be really minor. I think the snow totals will be less than an inch everywhere across southern Wisconsin. Platteville on the Queen Bee Radio Skycam looking at mostly cloudy skies. Also mostly cloudy skies on the Edgewater Skycam in Madison. 17 right now in Mad City, 21 in Janesville, 19 in Watertown, and 21 in Mineral Point. Not much of a wind out there today, so the thermometer readings are pretty close to what it feels like outside. So let's take a look at future track. The clouds sticking around for much of the day. We may see a little bit of clearing later on this afternoon. That will help those temperatures bump up to about 24 in Madison, so the mid-20s. As I mentioned, a few snowflakes not out of the question later on tonight into early tomorrow morning, but really they're not going to visit many of us, and the spots where we do see snow not going to be anything significant by any means. Then as we head into tomorrow, what could be significant is our first trip above freezing in about a week and a half in Madison. It's going to be close, but I do think that we will get there even with the clouds in place. Then as we head into this weekend, we're welcoming in some rain, snow, and also possibly some sleet at times, but we'll get there in just one second. We're looking at really minimal snow totals, if any, from this latest round for Thursday night, which is tonight, into tomorrow. So for Saturday and Sunday, we still do have alert days in the forecast. There is a lot of uncertainty with this system, even this close to when it will affect us this weekend. So we're going to need to really wait and see on some of this system, but we will see some rain, some snow, possibly some sleet, and then into Sunday, the rain mixing with snow. It will be a breezy weekend overall, and I think things will wrap up by the time we get to Sunday afternoon. So let's take a look at that 10-day forecast. Remember, we spring forward this weekend. Spring forward, Mother Nature, hint, hint. We will be a little bit quieter as we head into Monday and Tuesday of next week with temperatures a little bit closer to normal as well. And then another system comes our way for the middle of next week that could provide another round of rain and snow. Temperatures a little bit closer to the freezing mark by the time we get into next weekend. So there are some subtle signs of spring in that 10-day. It wouldn't be southern Wisconsin without some complications to what the calendar wants to say and wants to do, but we'll see. We'll see some nicer weather on the horizon.
From tomorrow through the next week, above freezing every day?
Yeah, that's nothing to sneeze at for sure.
Well, it's something to celebrate, I guess.
Hopefully this weekend doesn't get too messy.
Yeah, that's still a little uncertain.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep checking back.
Thank you, Dave. When we come back, we'll meet Marissa DeGroot from the Dane County Humane Society is here with potentially yours, our pet of the week. Marissa, good to see you. And who is this pretty girl?
We have a sweet Valentine here today, and she is a 1-year-old lab mix, and she just came up from Mississippi.
Okay, so you have transfer with other shelters down there.
Yeah, we partner with several other shelters, and we're able to bring up dogs and puppies from overcrowded shelters, and she is looking for a great new home in the Madison area now.
And she's a little shy.
She is a little bit shy, but I tell you, I think she's going to be one of those. As soon as she gets into a home and she gets comfortable, you're going to see her personality absolutely blossom. Even in the short time she's been at this shelter, she's gotten more comfortable, and earlier today was just crawling onto my lap and trying to snuggle.
And she's just 1 year old?
She's only 1 year old, and so 1 year old means that she is fully grown. So she's going to stay a little bit smaller for a lab mix, but also means that she's going to have a lot of energy.
Yeah, don't let this fool
Despite what you're
you.
seeing right now.
I don't know if she's falling asleep. I mean,
Yeah.
she was in Mississippi 2 days ago. It's been a tough journey.
Yeah, this little girl has been through a lot, and so we are hoping that she can get into a great home soon.
All right. Big event coming up next Friday night.
Yep, so next Friday we have Toto's Gala. The tickets for the gala are now closed, but we still have tickets for the after party. It's the You're Not in Kansas Anymore after party, and that's $25. You can still get those at giveshelter.org and come and party with us afterwards.
Well, congratulations on the gala being sold out.
Yeah, we're excited.
It's a big money raiser. All right, last week.
Oh my gosh, this handsome guy Piccolo, he did get adopted. We were so excited for him. And if you remember, he had a sister as well. She also got adopted.
Well, good. That's great news. Yeah, he has a lot of hair on that.
Yes.
All right, let's get Valentine
yeah.
home. All right, Marissa, thank you.
Thank you.
Go to giveshelter.org for information on her and all the animals available. 838-0413, the number to call. Here's Dave with one final check of the forecast.
Valentine has the right idea. I need a nap with all this cold weather, but we will get a little bit warmer as we head into tomorrow. I think we could be above freezing for the first time in about 2 weeks in Madison. For today, not so lucky with the clouds with us. Maybe some slight clearing by later this afternoon, but it still will be cold. Highs will be in the middle 20s. Then as we head into the next 12 hours, we'll see those temps dip into the teens, and then we could have a little bit of some light snow overnight tonight. No major impacts with that. Still expecting a bit of a messy weekend at times with rain and snow.
It's not going to be 41 at 11 p.m.
No.
All right, that's good. Thank you for watching. We'll see you back here at 4. Have a great afternoon.